good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Mountaineers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 4th.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hauls it in. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Finds the tight end. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And how about about the awareness by this guy? On third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly what...
Touchdown, Canes! The finisher and the exclamation point on that drive.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense will go to work for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. And the Mountaineers will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. The Mountaineers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got his man downfield. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And the Mountaineers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. It's complete to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And he puts through the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Fires it down the seam. He's got it for a big play. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Browning. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. That's caught. It's Browning. Oh, look out the run. Touchdown, Miami. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
The This offense is so good, man. They can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Iowa State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping you. Everything going on elsewhere. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. The Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. He'll field the punt and take it back. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll give it to the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Browning. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Browning. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Canes have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Browning. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
That's a good job by the drag route there. Zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Finds his big tight end. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The Canes trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Wants to throw again. Big guy smells it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and
the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's what this defense needs. going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Unloads it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Bring in the heat. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down.
Makes a grab past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nice move there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Makes the catch. It's Crispin. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. How about this running back dragging a toe and getting it in bounds?
Showing off the wide receiver skills. You know running backs are so talented nowadays, and you split them out as a wide receiver so much, and he showed it there. He could play wide out easily with a nice catch, nice awareness.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And the Mountaineers will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him this time. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. Makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good...
Going to take a shot. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And the returner will be brought down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half.
The Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be... your quarterback, then you're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Quarterback on the keeper. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Mountaineers want to move quickly.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
He now has 62 yards rushing in this one and well on his way to a 1,400-yard season. Here's the handoff. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Canes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Hurricanes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They're going to go for it on 4th down with a couple of good options, a 1st down or a touchdown. Using it. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. He didn't see anyone open, said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum. But unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 10 over Boise State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pulls it, fired complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Wants to go up top. Looking left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Mountaineers look to keep this drive humming.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Made the grab. tuck it on in for the score.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical run.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You love to see this on. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Dances away to buy time. Touchdown, Miami! They move on top here in the 4th. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. And the Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. It's a draw. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Mountaineers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Browning. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Gonna run it. It's Crispin. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested.